Good afternoon everybody, and welcome to the Serbian town of Kraljevo. Now, I've been spending the last few weeks here hiding away from coronavirus, so I rented a house in a village on the outskirts of town. It's been very nice. I've got a big garden, I've been having barbecues every day. Very relaxed, I must say. Now, I thought it would be only proper for me to do a short video about Kraljevo because it's a very interesting little city. So yeah, let's go and take a look around. So Kraljevo's biggest claim to fame is not a very pleasant one, I'm afraid. During World War II, there was the Kraljevo massacre. So basically the Chetniks and the partisans overran a German garrison here, and they killed 10 Germans. Now, in reprisal for this attack, the Germans said for every German soldier that was killed, they'd kill 100 Serbians, and for every German soldier that was injured, they'd kill 50 Serbians. So I believe in the region of 1,000 Serbians died. So down the river here in Kraljevo, you can see a number of different restaurants, floating restaurants. Over the other side of the river there, we can see a couple of old geezers fishing, taking it easy. And if you look in the distance there, you can see the mountains, and at the foot of those mountains is the village in which I'm staying currently. So we have a beautiful looking church here right in the center. Looks quite busy today for some reason. Maybe it's a religious day. Let's go and have a closer look. So there's a shop here where people buy candles and then they go in here and then they light them. Got some very old looking graves around the back of the church, and then we have this monstrosity of a communist looking building. Maybe it's a school. So we're now in the center of the city, in the pedestrianized area. And it started to rain, unfortunately, but there's still a lot of people around sitting in cafes and walking about. Cafe culture is huge here in Serbia. They love nothing more than to sit with their friends, have a coffee and a chinwag. Now, you might be forgiven for thinking this is a weekend in Kraljevo, but it's actually a Tuesday and it's 2 o'clock, so you know, this isn't lunchtime traffic. People really do love socializing here in Serbia. Coming up to the main square here. Well, not exactly a square, it's a circle, but I can't really call it a circle, can I? So yeah, here we go. The main circle in Kraljevo. Big old monument here. I believe it's dedicated to World War I or II. Let's go and have a look. Around this circle square, those are cafes and restaurants, shops over there. What's this say? Kumanovo, Skopje, something about Kosovo, 1912 to 1913. And around here, Serbski, 1912 to 1918. So yeah, I presume it's a First World War monument. Here we have a long queue of people outside the bank. They're practicing social distancing inside the banks here, so only letting a couple of people in at the same time. Some municipal building over there. So the situation is that I'm trying to get back to Kiev in Ukraine, where I've been living for some time. The airport is currently closed, but it opens on the 18th. But I believe flights to Ukraine start from the 24th, so I'm hoping at the end of this month or the beginning of next month, then I can make my way back. Now, Mr. Bold and Bankrupt, he's in Belarus at the moment, and he's also waiting to get back into Ukraine, so hopefully I'm going to meet up with him soon. Now, I've told my Serbian friends about the fact that I'm spending time in Kraljevo, and one thing that keeps popping up is they tell me that Kraljevo women have the biggest breasts in Serbia. So if you see any big ones, then let me know in the comments. Lots of different kinds of sausages. Sausages galore. Wow, we have some very big and old looking tombstones here right next to the road and the park. I'm looking for a year to give us an idea of how old they are, but I can't see. I'm guessing they date from the First World War, perhaps, or maybe even earlier. I think I see 1915 on there, so yeah, First World War. So here down by the river we have quite a lot of sports facilities. You can see over there a big swimming pool with a slide. These boys playing basketball, football over there. And here we have something very impressive. It looks like there's going to be some kind of sports track there, I would imagine. So nice to see the mayor of Kraljevo investing in the city rather than his own pocket. And here we have a European Union sign, so it doesn't take a genius to figure out where the money's coming from for this. So there we go. It looks like they're working on this pretty hard. Maybe they have it ready in time for the summer. So everybody, here I am at Zija Monastery. Now this is a 13th century monastery, and it's famous because numerous Serbian kings were knighted here. So you can see it looks very nice. We got a lake down here that's fed by a river that comes down from the mountains. There's lots of trout in there. I don't know if you can see. Let's zoom in a bit. You can see them there swimming about. So I'm going to see if I can get into the monastery complex. There we have it. Beautiful old church here with some nice drawings above the doorway. Very beautiful artwork here at the entrance to the church. Here we are in the back garden. Not sure if I'm allowed to walk on the grass. They're a bit funny about that in Serbia. Some tower over here. Some little building, maybe it's a tomb, I don't know. They've certainly chosen a beautiful spot to have a monastery. You can see the hills there in the distance and the rolling countryside. It's a very beautiful spot.